Yo, what's up, people? It's the one, and we're back with more 7 Deadly Sins origin content on the channel. So today we're going to do a different type of video. We're going to be discussing the community's response, the community's thoughts on the game, because as someone who's heavily criticized the game in the past, a lot of people think that I'm full of shit. A lot of people think that nobody else really bears the same sentiments that I've been, talking about in videos. So I wanted to see what the people are saying. So we went to the Reddit to get their feedback on the game so far. The game, over the course of the almost 6 months that the game has been going for so far. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing what the people are saying. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, so the first thing here before I get into this post right here to look what people are saying in the comments is over here. This person says, if Ban isn't the best character in the game, I'm out. He says, I can't keep up with this wishy-washy character treatment if Ban is a flop. I invested in Melee, got him P6 or P7. I haven't used him in a while and it was great. Not the best, but definitely usable. Got Escanor P10, me too. As we all know, he's virtually a flaming garbage can. He looks nice, he has a purpose, but outside of that, there's really no need. Skipped both OCs. I wanted to play 7 Deadly Sins, so that's who I wanted to summon for. Big mistake on my part. Who expected an OC to be a top 2 support for months? Barely managed to get Merlin at P4 and Liz at P5. I want more for Liz. Or I went more for Liz since I didn't expect Merlin to be god tier with higher potential and just okay otherwise. Okay, so I'll address this first before I go into and look at the other posts. But many people have this sentiment right now currently in the game where they're waiting or sticking around until the 6-month anniversary when we get banned. I think it's 2.0. Yeah, 2.0 is where we get banned. So yeah, many creators, many players have been saying if they'll stay until the bond update, and if the bond update doesn't impress them, then they're out. That's the deadline, right? To see change, to see positive improvement, to see if the game is worth playing, right? And that's completely fair. Usually you don't have to spend 5 to 6 months to playing a game for the game to get good. I don't believe that it takes 6 months for a game to finally get good. It's like, that I don't agree with that. Also, same thing for like watching an anime, right? You don't have to watch 200 episodes for it to finally get good, right? If the first 200 episodes are shit, and then they said from episode 200 it gets good, so like why would you go through 200 episodes of shit just to get to the good part? I don't agree with that sentiment. A game needs to be good. The space is competitive. A game has to be good from the jump, right? And you guys all know the game has its issues and had its issues from the jump. Now, I will be making a honest review video breaking down the entire life cycle of the game and talking about the pros, the cons, and if the game is really worth playing. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is fair. If the Bond update isn't good, and if Bond's not a good character, then hey, it makes sense. Because what they messed up in is they shouldn't have made OC characters in this game meta. It should have made them decent, but not like meta defining. They shouldn't have done that for OCs, because it's proven people don't care about OCs. People do not care about OCs. They only pull because they're good. And then meanwhile, the original cast, like people like Escanor, get the short end of the stick. But anyways, let's just talk on that first. So what is the current state of the game? Stop playing after Escanor. Let's see what people say in here. So I quit since last patch. I played for the story and it's non-existent. Plus there is nothing to do except farm, which got so boring and tiresome. So to address this, I spoke about this multiple times. I addressed this. from the very beginning of the game, right? Like people forget, like every issue everyone's talking about now, I was the first creator to talk about them in videos, and I absorbed all the criticism coming back my way for calling the game out and addressing its flaws. I said that having the story so short ruins the attachment players can have to this game. Like for example, Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves is a really lore heavy game, has really beautiful lore. Many people play the game just for story. People don't even care about summoning. They don't even care about the gacha part. They just play the story just to experience the story's progression, right? And it's built like this niche community within the Wuthering Waves community that just just care about lore. Like you guys know, friend of the channel, Life Lessons, we've collabed several times on the channel. He just does lore content, and he's built a really big channel, really big community just based off Wuthering Waves lore. He's the Wuthering Waves lore guy, pretty much. But in this game, the lore is almost non-existent because the game story patches are about 40-45 minutes long, and we have to wait 6 weeks for a new story update, right? Because not every update is a story update. Like this Derriere patch isn't a story update. That's why we got no new story, right? We got like a side quest thing, but that isn't really a new story. So well, it is story, but it's not a main quest. So I say that to say we have to wait 6 weeks for new story content, and the story content is only 45 minutes. Now, some people enjoy the fact that the story is 45 minutes. Other people would rather have like a 2-hour story, right? A 2-hour story quest, as that would immerse you more into the world of 7 Deadly Sins Origin. I feel like that would be better. 2 hours would be better. 2 hours, an hour and a half. But 40 minutes is way too short, man. Like Wuthering Waves, usually theirs is like 3 hours to 5 hours. I think that's a bit crazy. But like, hey, if you want to compete, that's basically the sweet spot, 3 to 5 hours. But for this game, like I said, I'd be cool with an hour and a half to 2 hours. Me personally, I don't want it crazy long, but but it's too short currently right now to even remember, right? Like the story patches are so short that you easily forget what happened because it's so quick. It's like whoo, like a snap of a finger. Everything's done, and it's like you have to wait 6 weeks for the continuation. It's crazy. So I agree. And to address the part about there's nothing to do but farm, I mean, that is true. Like I have said it with a couple other creators, like it feels like something is missing about this game, like more content. Like I said, like a roguelike mode, something like that would be fun if they could add that. Devs, if you're watching, or they are probably more than likely are watching because they watch my vids, but something about this game is missing. And it's true, all you do is farm for new gear, you know, farm platinum, farm shit like that, farm the raids for more gear, farm guild content. Yeah, all you really do in this game technically is farming, to be honest. So like that's already like a blatant flaw of this game. It's just farming and that's it. So it says here, lots of complaining or simply playing it like a Genshin player. Focus on the areas you can actually do something. After that, do dailies until the next unit comes out and pull for them if you like them. Otherwise, skip. As a free-to-play player, Time Space Junction and any new content is just not on my to-do list. Yeah, content like Time Space Junction is just so unfun to people. I mean, that being the bit of content that they're constantly updating just seems unfun to a lot of people, right? Because lots of people don't really care about Time Space Junction. So like I said, something like a different type of endgame mode would be better. That isn't super difficult, that casuals can do as well, right? That's just my opinion. This someone says here, you quite literally need Derriere with Escanor to make him do good enough damage. Like that's another thing, right? People talk about is 7 Deadly Sins Origin pay to win or free to play. I'm working on a video where I will be discussing this on more detail. But yeah, it is in the beginning it was free to play, but like all gacha games in the beginning it's free to play, but now it's becoming a bit like it is becoming a bit pay to win. And I won't go into too much because like I said, I want to make a video on it, but without a roadmap of characters, because they're not giving us like, I mean, people have seen like things on like rumors circulating around of potential units, right, coming out to the game, right? But there's nothing official that Netmarble have come out and said, hey, this is the list of characters coming to the game, and then they do like a drip marketing, you know, like promoting it, saying, hey, these are characters eventually coming to the game in this order, right? And like they tease their kits. They don't have to tell you exactly what they do, but they tease what they kind of do. That would make it less pay to win, in my opinion, because if you have an idea of what's coming, you can pick and choose what you want, right? Now most games do that, where you see like 2-3 banners ahead. You can see like the next like 2 or 3 banners, and you can then make a decision for yourself. Okay, this character does this, that character does this, I'll skip this character, pull for that character. That seems like a way more free to play way. But like if you're someone who doesn't see the rumors or quote unquote leaks circulating around, you have no idea what's coming. You have no idea what's coming, and you have no idea to prepare for what's coming, right? So like you could just summon for a character, and then, you know, a better character comes next, or, you know, turns out that character isn't really needed. Like for example, Merlin. I feel so bad for people who didn't summon for Merlin, because she's used everywhere. Time Space Junction, the raids. She's like, what if she's, in my opinion, the best character in the game for content, for clearing content. She's the best character in the game. Not the strongest, but the best character in the game for clearing content. So yeah, it can be an issue when you need to like mix peanut butter and jelly like with units. Like, okay, I need, especially with Escanor needed Merlin. Escanor needed Merlin with her fire engrave, plus he needed Elizabeth, plus he needed Derriere. Like Escanor did, plus he needed like multiple buffs to his shit. And I have my Escanor P10, by the way, so he needed all this shit just to make him finally like really strong and do good damage. Like it took a lot to get him to the point he is, right? So, you know, that is a fair point. So next thing we have here is, let's see. Yeah, every gacha is falling into this Genshin. Then he lists a bunch of the gachas. They require 2 to 3 other premium units to function. Lol, it's getting so tiresome. I mean, yeah, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But like, at least having free to play options is also fair, right? And we do, to be fair, have free to play variants. Like I always list in my guide videos for characters. I'll probably start doing them again. I'll probably do one for Derriere this weekend. But you always have like free to play options that you can run, right? But how good is that free to play unit in that content is the question. So let's continue. To be fair, it's my first game like this I really sunk my teeth into, because I only tried Genshin when it released, and NTE. It's mostly been the gameplay and IP holding me in. I mean, that's the same thing for multiple people, man. It's only the game. The gameplay is kind of iffy for a lot of people, but mainly the IP. Many people only playing this because of 7 Deadly Sins. It's a 7 Deadly Sins open world game. It's on Steam. It's on PC. It's on PS5. You know, so people playing. That's mainly the reason a lot of people play this. You know. But yeah, let's continue. Acquiring dupes is bad practice. HSR is doing that a bit, and it just makes you go, why even pull then, and you lose interest. I mean, yeah. I forgot to continue reading this guy's comment. He says, I understand the business move to milk more money from whales, and content becomes more designed for your P6 plus all characters, but inevitably pushes free to play players back. Yeah, that's true. And this guy says, yeah, requiring dupes is bad practice. Yeah, the HSR does that, makes you go, why even pull? Yeah, so address this point. dupes, the game has definitely become way more dupe reliant, man. Like back with Escanor dupes were good, but they weren't crazy good. But now characters like Derriere, characters like Gother, characters like Elizabeth, I think ever since Merlin, character dupes have gotten way better and way more powerful. I think it's only a recent, like since Merlin up to now, character dupes have gotten way more powerful. Because look at Escanor dupes compared to, you know, the last couple banners. So they're definitely forcing, or not forcing, but hinting at, hey, if you want your character to be really good, get at least P6 minimum. Now, I don't agree with that sentiment. I believe that characters should be good at P4, right? Characters should be good at P4. You don't need multiple dupes to make a character good, right? But in this game, you unlock multiple hidden skills, multiple passes, right? Behind getting dupes, and it completely changes the character. So like, I don't like that. I feel like dupes should just enhance the skills, the already ingrained skills of the character, but it shouldn't change and revolutionize the character and change him completely. Like Gother, for example. Once you have dupes in Gother, he's a completely different character. Once you have dupes in Derriere, completely different character. You know? So once you have dupes in Elizabeth, completely different character. So, you know, I don't like that practice in this game. I agree. Lack of content, yeah. I mean, yeah, you guys know. I spoke about it last week. Some dude called me entitled in the comment section of my video. I just banned him, bro. I just blocked his ass. Because I said that for this update, why is majority of the content next week? Right? Why is majority of the actual like content for the patch next week? So we had basically a week of really nothing, right? We had a week of nothing, and then this week that's when we're getting like some of the good stuff. We got like two or three things, which will probably last a little while before we're back to lacking like completely anything. So like there is a lack of content. Like that's why I said like more endgame modes, more repeatable endgame modes is what they need to add. But I don't know why they don't do it. I don't know. Is it because they don't want to give us more currency? Like, what's going on? I don't know. I really don't know. Not that great. The endgame content feels so hard for free-to-plays. It's like you must need P7 characters. I mean, if you're talking about Time Space Junction, yeah, it does feel like that. If you want to clear with P4, P5, you need perfect build, perfect rolls, 10,000 third try. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That is very true. I mean, I have a lot of my characters P7 to P10, but it's like, even then, like it takes a bunch of tries and it's a massive time investment, you know. But if you have P4, P5, then it's like you need perfect build, perfect rolls, and you have to sit there for like 10 hours to beat a Time Space Junction or like some difficult content. And that's what I criticize creators for. Like super early in the game's lifespan. You guys can go back and check the video where I first spoke about raids. It's not raids, Time Space Junction. When Time Space Junction got added, I am disappointed with that mode. But I criticized and said that you can't say that Time Space Junction is free to play friendly when it takes someone with a P4 character 10 hours to beat it. Not everyone has 10 hours to sit there and try the same shit over and over again. So it's not free to play in that sense. Okay. Yeah. Fairly negative here. Game going well heavy. You need to pull for at least P7 for you to be usable, and content is just logging for some days or one side quest every 3 weeks. This is the realest fucking comment I've seen. Props to you, my guy. I'm gonna upvote that. What the hell? Let me go back. I don't know why it just redirected me, but yeah, that's one of the realest comments I've seen, bro. He says, game going whale heavy, need to pull at least P7 for unit to be usable, and content is just logging for some days or one side quest every 3 weeks. Realest fucking shit, man. It's like, You need a P7 to be usable, or P6, and then you just log in. And then once every blue moon, you get like a side quest or a new event. So like, yeah, that is crazy. Some people are still complaining about platinum. I mean, yeah, I mean, the more built your account is, the less that platinum becomes a strain. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. 2 hours of content every 3 weeks. New content designed on new unit release, so forcing you to pull. Kids relying on dupes. Hello, Mid-Escanor. They force you to pull everyone. It's free to play. It's impossible. If you try hard or invest, you get frustrated because of the points mentioned above. And if you don't log in every day and care about the content, you'll get frustrated too. You can just enjoy the IP and chill and not bother with the toxic gacha system of frustrating you with the difficult content. I stopped playing after Gother release. I know a bunch of creators and a bunch of people that stopped playing after Gother. Waiting on Bond, so you can see, like I said, people waiting on Bond to see what they want to do. EOS coming less than a year. As much as some people may be angry and may not like to hear me say this, but like, I'm only saying this because it's a matter of fact. With the way that the game is, and like with people only playing the game for the IP, for the love of the IP and the characters, this game isn't gonna hit EOS, bro. I'll be real. I don't see this game hitting EOS anytime soon. It's gonna coast, bro. It's gonna coast, and it's gonna survive multiple years, like 2-3 years. It's gonna last years, bro. This game ain't gonna EOS. It's an open world 7 Deadly Sins game. People are playing it, even if the game has its issues. People are still playing it just because it's 7 Deadly Sins. You know, so people are spending a lot of money in Japan, across the waters. You know, even if America and EU isn't that great, like Japan is spending crazy big bucks. So I don't see the game EOSing anytime soon. Yeah, so this person saying just play casually, don't spend, waiting on other games. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Stop playing. And all these people are in the 7 Deadly Sins Origin, the official 7 Deadly Sins Origin Discord, and they're all saying they stopped playing. Okay. Honestly, haven't been playing lately because of back-to-back disappointing patches. Loki had hope after the Merlin patch and Eskimo buff since I had him P10. After that, it's just disappointment. Sure, there's a bit of QOL. There's a lot of things that has to change, like bug fixing, balancing, adding characters that don't rely on multiple copies. And honestly, I have nothing else to say other than this game gotta take notes from Warframe devs, since everything can be meta in that game if you learn and put the time into it, and having the option of being free instead of being meta dependent. Okay. Okay. So I mean, I don't want this video to be too long. Yeah, it's already been like 20 minutes. So you guys get like the general picture on how people are feeling right now. It's either this, or I saw some Twitter posts. On Twitter. People are talking about Steam numbers, and I think Orel posted a Twitter thing screenshot about the Steam numbers. I think it was like 2K, right? And some dude responded to it saying that like people are being overly negative, and like, oh, the negativity needs to stop, blah 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 blah. I mean, it's not even being negative, it's just stating facts. The facts are the Steam numbers are down. We need we need to up those numbers. That's just the fact. You know, if the Steam numbers are going down, that means like the community is getting smaller because people are quitting the game. So Orel pointing out that there's no issue with that. So the people who's trying to paint him as like some negative dude, you're just stating facts. You know who you are. But it's like the numbers are down. We need to up those numbers, right? Because at the end of the day, if the game can live on a small fan base for years, like I said, but creators who make content on this game, if people's interest just like shoots down the drain, then you know there will be no community that watches these videos on YouTube anymore. So we should accept the criticism as, remember all those changes that we got implemented into the game? How did we get them? All the changes we wanted, how did we get them? By being vocal and criticizing the game. No one should forget that. The game wouldn't even be this good if not people like me, people like Orel leading the charge, criticizing the game. Because that was back at a time where there was nobody who was criticizing the game. I was doing it since day one. I was the only person doing it. Like, you guys can see the videos that blew up of me criticizing the game on the channel. No one was doing it back then. Now that the people who weren't doing it got some backlash, now everyone's doing it. So criticism is good for the game. Now I'm just curious about what's going to be in the next patch notes, how they're going to fix this. I really think we need a new AMA or something, because damn, like lots of things need to change with the game for it to get better. But I don't want to hold you guys for too long. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more 7 Deadly Sins Origins content on the channel. With that, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree, disagree with what I said? What is your thoughts on the current state of the game? Have you stopped playing? Spill the tea. And with that, take care. Peace.
This is Escanor, the Lion Sin of Pride from 7 Deadly Sins. Thank you for watching the pinnacle of Gacha gaming on YouTube, The One.